Hey guys. So I felt like it was important, to read Wonder today this way rather than having you look at me. Only because of the text format that these chapters hold. Um, so I'm going to hold the book so that you guys can see it. And you can see that the author decided to write these chapters with a text structure that is kind of like letters or an email. And as I read, you'll get to see that. You'll also notice that some of them are written like right here as text messages. So I really think it's important that you guys can see that. We'll stop at the end of this for today. And then we'll read more next week. So the title of this chapter is Letters, Emails, and Facebook Texts. December 18th. Dear Mr. Tushman, I am very, very sorry for punching Julian. It was very, very wrong for me to do that. I am writing a letter to him to tell him that too. If it's okay, I would really rather not tell you why I did that. Why I did what I did, because it doesn't really make it right anyway. Also, I would rather not make Julian get in trouble for having said something he should not have said. Very sincerely, Jack Will. December 18th. Dear Julian, I am very, very, very sorry for hitting you. It was wrong of me. I hope you are okay. I hope your grown-up tooth grows in fast. Mine always do. Sincerely, Jack Will. December 26th. Dear Jack, thank you so much for your letter. One thing I've learned after being a middle school director for 20 years, there are almost always more than two sides to every story. Although I don't know the details, I have an inkling about what may have sparked the confrontation with Julian. While nothing justifies striking another student, ever, I also know good friends are sometimes worth defending. This has been a tough year for a lot of students, as the first year of middle school usually is. Keep up the good work and keep being the fine boy we all know you are. All the best, Lawrence Tushman, Middle School Director. Now here you can see that this is an email based on the subject lines. So it's going to, I think it's L. Tushman at Beecher School. So it's going to Mr. Tushman. But also you can see that some people were copied in the email here. And the subject is Jack Will. And it says, Dear Mr. Tushman, I spoke with Amanda and John Will yesterday, and they expressed their regret at Jack's having punched our son, Julian, in the mouth. So you can tell here, boys and girls, that it's coming from Julian's parents' point of view. I am writing to let you know that my husband and I support your decision to allow Jack to return to Beecher Prep after a 2-day suspension. Although I think hitting a child would be valid grounds for expulsion in other schools, I agree such extreme measures aren't warranted here. We have known the Will family since our boys were in kindergarten and are confident that every measure will be taken to ensure this doesn't happen again. To that end, I wonder if Jack's unexpectedly violent behavior might have been a result of too much pressure being placed on his young shoulders. I am speaking specifically of the new child with special needs, who both Jack and Julian were asked to befriend. In retrospect, and having now seen the child in question at various school functions, and in the class pictures, I think it may have been too much to ask of our children to be able to process that. Certainly, when Julian mentioned he was having a hard time befriending the boy, we told him he was off the hook in that regard. We think the transition to middle school is hard enough without having to place greater burdens or hardships on these young, impressionable minds. I should also mention that as a member of the school board, I was a little disturbed that more consideration was not given during this child's application process to the fact that Beecher Prep is not an inclusion school. There are many parents, myself included, who question the decision to let this child into our school at all. At the very least, I am somewhat troubled that this child was not held to the same stringent application standards, i.e. interview, that the rest of the incoming middle school students were. Best, Melissa Perper Albans. So as you can see, this is coming from Julian's mom still. It's the end of her email. This email literally breaks my heart every time that I read it because it goes against everything that I teach you and that we teach you for being kind and accepting everybody. So that's a tough one to read. But let's see how Mr. Tushman responds to this email. So you can see this one's coming from Mr. Tushman, and it's going back to Julian's mom. Dear Mrs. Albans, thank you for your email outlining your concerns. Were I not convinced that Jack Will is extremely sorry for his actions, and were I not confident that he would not repeat these actions, rest assured that I would not be allowing him back to Beecher Prep. As far as your other concern regarding our new student, August, please note that he does not have special needs. He is neither disabled, handicapped, nor developmentally delayed in any ways. So there was no reason to assume anyone would take issue with his admittance to Beecher Prep, whether it is an inclusion school or not. In terms of the application process, the admissions director and I both felt it within our right to hold the interview off-site at August's home for reasons that are obvious. We felt that this slight break in protocol was warranted, but in no way prejudicial in one way or another. To the application review. August is an extremely good student and has secured the friendship of some exceptional young people, including Jack Will. At the beginning of the school year, when I enlisted certain children to be a welcoming committee to August, I did so as a way of easing his transition into a school environment. I did not think asking these children to be especially kind to a new student would place any extra burdens or hardships on them. In fact, I thought it would teach them a thing or two about empathy and friendship and loyalty. As it turns out, Jack Will didn't need to learn any of these virtues. He already had them in abundance. Thank you again for being in touch. Sincerely, Lawrence Tushman. I love his response because he talks about Jack Will having empathy and friendship and loyalty, but he never mentions that Julian does. So, interesting. And I know that you all know what empathy is because we've been working on that. Now we have this new email next. And this one is to, it looks like Julian's mom, and it looks like it might be from Jack's mom or Jack's parents. I'm not sure. Let's read on. So the subject is Jack. Hi, Melissa. Thank you for being so understanding about this incident with Jack. He is, as you know, extremely sorry for his actions. I hope you do accept our offer to pay Julian's dental bills. We are very touched by your concern regarding Jack's friendship with August. Please know we have asked Jack if he felt any undue pressure about any of this, and the answer was a resolute no. He enjoys August's company and feels like he has made a good friend. Hope you have a happy new year. John and Amanda Will. So that, of course, was from his parents to Julian's parents, Jack's parents. Hi, August. Jackalope Will wants to be friends with you on Facebook. Jackalope Will, 32 mutual friends. Thanks, the Facebook team. So we can see here that Jack is friend requesting August on Facebook. And then we see an email to Augie Doggy Pullman, and the subject is sorry. And the message says, Hey August, it's me, Jack Will. I noticed I'm not on your friends list anymore. Hope you friend me again, 'cause I'm really sorry. I just wanted to say that. Sorry. I know why you're mad at me now, and I'm sorry I didn't mean the stuff I said. I was so stupid. I hope you can forgive me. Hope we can be friends again. Jack. Then we have text messages. So this is from August. Got your message. You know why I'm mad at you now? Did Summer tell you? One text message from Jack Will. She told me bleeding scream as a hint, but I didn't get it at first. Then I remember seeing bleeding scream in a homeroom on Halloween. Didn't know it was you though. Didn't know it was you. Thought you were coming as Boba Fett. From August. I changed my mind last minute. Did you really punch Julian? From Jack Will. Yeah, I punched him. Knocked out a tooth in the back. A baby tooth. From August. Why'd you punch him? From Jack. I don't know. From August. Liar. I bet he said something about me, right? From Jack Will. He's a jerk, but I was a jerk too. Really, really, really sorry for what I said, dude, okay? Can we be friends again? From August. Okay. Awesome. From Jack Will. From August. But tell me the truth, okay? Would you really want to kill yourself if you were me? Jack Will. No, I swear on my life. But dude, I would want to kill myself if I were Julian. From August. LOL. Yes, dude, we're friends again. And that's where that chapter ends. So the reason I wanted to read it to you this way was so that you guys could just kind of see, get a picture of how it worked, because it's a little hard to understand if I'm not showing you that. So next week we're going to go to Back from Winter Break, and we're still in Jack's story, making our way through, and I look forward to reading more to you guys next week. Have an awesome weekend and have fun. Talk to you soon. Miss you guys. Bye.